I read the message and I never believed it. I called her. Babe, what are you saying? What has happened with the kid? She told me the kid is dead. How is baby Yasmin dead when nimetoka hospitali nimemwacha? She's just okay. You're telling me the kid is dead? Stop this nonsense. Hello everyone, how are you doing? Today I just feel like sharing my story with you guys because I believe there are a lot of things which are happening, and most of these things are happening very fast. My name is Clinton Shim. Many people I know, you know that name. Or if you don't know that name, you have come across it some days. I am 25 years old. I'm a Luya by birth. I was born in a place called Tiriki, but raised in Kakamega County, Kolomani constituency, in both Shikunga and Bushangala. My story here is quite different. I was born in a family of 5. In this family of 5, every kid had his or her own mother. So this means I was born alone when it comes to my mom and my dad. No biological, like let's say, no sister or brother who we shared the same father or the same dad, the same mom. And throughout my life, my mother is still alive, but I have never tasted a motherly love. I've never tasted a motherly love, for sure. Something that every child would love to taste, every child would love to be with, like every time, mommy, mommy. That is something I've never tasted. My instincts usually tells me that my mother. Now, so I guess it was frustration which meant her to leave us. So we were like, okay, the funeral is there. In fact, my father's body was never transported in the right manner. His body was stolen in the mortuary. His body was stolen in the mortuary by his uncles, of course, and his brothers. And during this time, we were like, okay, we are now starting a new life chapter. Our stepmother was there. Before she left, she was there for us most of the time. She could, Clinton, you need to be strong because you're going to do your exam. My dad died in the same week I was doing my exams. In the same week I was doing my exams. That is when he died. Like, he died on Saturday and we were having a rehearsal on a Monday. So I was quite traumatized, but we had just to accept it, because when death comes, there's no way you can reverse it. So after 3 days, my stepmother left. Let me just call her my mom because she cared for me more than my mom. My mom left, and she left with my sister Betty, whom I've never seen up to today, and I'm wondering how she looks like, where she is. So from there, the first 1 week, life was quite good a little because relatives were there in large number. They were consoling with us, they were mourning with us. But what I remember when my dad was being buried, I never witnessed because I was his favorite son. And I couldn't bear the sound of the sand on his casket. So just after the one drop of the presiding priest, I think I fainted. I came to wake up when the grave was full, and I was wondering where's my dad. So from there, he had saved some money for us for schooling. Me, I can't say there were some people like my relatives who paid for my school fees in high school. No, my dad had saved money for every child to be educated, but that money was misused by my own grandmother and his people, which later on I had some difficulties in schooling, like lack of school fees, lack of some uniforms and so on. But luckily, God, just as the Bible says that God is the father of the orphans and he cares and provides for them, he really provided for my school fees through bursaries. You can't believe it. I've been educated through bursaries, sincerely speaking. I can't lie. So that is how I managed and did my KCP, my Form 4. I finished. I did my Form 4. I had admiration of maybe going for a college or joining any institution, at least to get kupata ile ujuzi, to get some skills which can help me in life. But unluckily, there was nobody to support me even after my Form 4. I was given a motorbike and told, fanya boda boda, ujitegemee. I started life on a boda boda. Somehow I did boda boda for 2 years. I ventured into gold mining. I did gold mining for another 2 years. When I came to realize the gold was killing people, the mining were collapsing, people were being succumbed to death on the gold mine sites. So I had the phobia in me, which forced me to stop mining. When I was mining, like now I've grown, I can see myself as a man. I got a girlfriend by the name Becky, whom we dated. We started dating lately to Kawana. So Kawana, life started very well. And we had money. And I opened businesses for Becky, and she was running them smoothly and softly. So Becky got pregnant. During her pregnancies, we really bought a lot of things for the unborn. We were waiting for her eagerly because we knew she was a girl. And I was really happy. So Becky got pregnant, and when she was around 6 months pregnant, she came to, I had a gold mining office now. I have advanced from mining. I had opened my own office where people could bring gold. I buy them and sell to large-scale retailers. This morning, she came to my office and she was sweating. And she was also bleeding, and I was shocked. I asked her, what's happening? What's wrong? Mbona hujaenda kazi? And she was like, babe, I'm not okay. I think I'm sick. I closed my business immediately, called an ambulance. We took her to the first hospital. I think it was Msoli Hospital. From Msoli, the ambulance, nafika Msoli because yeye alikuwa anatumia ambulance and I was using a motorbike. So I was following the ambulance from the back, and once I reached Msoli, I saw the ambulance coming from the hospital. I asked the doctors, is Becky in? No. They told me no. She's in the ambulance. She's being taken to county hospital. I also followed them to the county hospital. Reaching at the gate, the ambulance is getting out. Asked, they told me no, Becky, she's not here. she's in the ambulance, anapelekwa Mkumu Private Hospital. At Mkumu, it was fully booked, and the machine that was to attend on Becky was not functioning. So Becky was taken to Kakamega General Hospital. In Kakamega General Hospital, this is where the story begins. I thought that she went to deliver. Reaching at the hospital's door, I saw her being taken to theater room. At this room, the doctors asked me, "Are you with Becky?" And I said, "Yeah." "You have to sign these papers. You know, now I'm not her parents. I'm just her boyfriend because we are not married legally. You need to sign these papers." I asked why. They told me that it is the norm of hospitals when you're taking somebody on theater, you need to sign papers. I agreed. I signed the papers and begged Becky that, "Please, when you're going there, come back for me. Come back for my sake. And please come back with the kid." She promised because she was a strong woman. So Becky went in the theater, and she finished some hours in the theater. I was just waiting at the waiting bay. Called her parents, no one was responding. Called my guardians, no one was responding. The whole burden was on my shoulders now. I had to take the bull by its horns. So as a man, I had money. So I promised her I'll never leave her to starvation or to die. I'll always be on her side. So she delivered through operation, and this kid we named her Yasmin, baby Yasmin. So Becky came out alive, and I was so happy because now I was growing another family that I'm going to look after. So I was really happy, but they were not to be released on that day because Becky was to recover, and she was also to undergo some treatment because she had undergone the operation. And the kid also was to be put in incubator because she was born when her days were not yet reached. So she was put in an incubator with some oxygen, and I used to visit them every day in the morning, then I leave in the evening, I come back in the morning for 4 days. Now the 4th day, which they were to be released from hospital, I went there very early to prepare them and book an Uber for them, so which can bring them to where me and Becky used to live. So on this day, I had really prepared to receive them back home. I woke up very early to go and prepare them and prepare an Uber for them so that they can prepare to come. I went to the incubator where my daughter was, and she was so jovial, so happy, and Becky also was looking somehow healthy. So So after seeing them, I had to tell Becky, make sure that I'm leaving to go and prepare the house so that when you come, you find the place is neat. Becky responded very well, and I told her, please go and look after my daughter. Na uhakikishe that daughter ako poa, hiyo pipe ya oxygen isitoke, because there's a time I went in that room and got that daughter of mine the pipe, and they had put a pipe for oxygen in her nose. It was out and she was struggling to breathe. I told her, go and check on her every time, more often, and make sure that she's okay. So I left the hospital and went back home. At home, when I reached in the house, I felt asleep. I didn't know what was making me to sleep because I was not tired. When I slept, I didn't know that Becky was looking for me through my phone. She had sent a text message, but I was not in a position to read it because I went straight to sleep. So she had to call. She called me, and when she called me, she told me, babe, I've sent you a message and you are not even telling me anything about it. And I asked her, which message are you talking of? She told me, go into your inbox, read the message. Then she cut the phone off. So I was like, maybe she wants to tell me wamefika, they have arrived. When I went to read the message was reading like this: babe, baby Yasmin is dead. Somebody I had bought gifts worth more money, much money, like we had prepared to receive her. I had prepared it, sacrificed a lot for her. Now I'm reading a message she couldn't tell me through the call. She was to tell me through the message. I don't know why. So I read the message and I never believed it. I called her. Babe, what are you saying? What has happened with the kid? She told me the kid is dead. How is baby Yasmin dead when nimetoka hospitali nimemwacha? She's just okay. You're telling me the kid is dead. Stop this nonsense. So I had to cry like a normal person. Like I just reacted with tears because it was a bad news. It was a bad news. So I had to inform my family, family members or family guardians, my uncles, my grandmother, my whatsoever, those people. After informing them, no one cared and no one reacted. Neighbors came, consulted me and told me, Clinton, kimbia huko, go and check on your wife and check if it's true the kid is dead. I took my motorbike and ran to that place, Kakamega. Indeed, they had wrapped my kid in, I don't know, did Yasmin die really, or they exchanged my kid with somebody's kid? I really don't know what happened, because I came from that hospital when that kid was alive, very jovial, very active. Did Yasmin die, or did the doctors exchange her with somebody's daughter who was dead? They wrapped her like that. I got her wrapped in something. They had put her there with their name tag, Yasmin, baby Yasmin. I tried to walk her up because I was just alone. Becky was not even around. I tried to walk her up, but she couldn't wake up. I took my kid on my hands like this because I wanted to give her a better send-off. And that moment, because I had spent a lot of money in the hospital paying bills because Becky did not have that Linda Mama thing, I took her and asked Becky, let me call home that I'm coming, because I wanted to avoid the expenses. I called home so that they can allow me come with the kid and bury her. When I called home, in fact, they called me before I called, and they told me, don't come here with that dead kid or your wife, the operated wife. Get somewhere else to go with them. Where will I take them now? Where will I go with them? So I decided to take my kid to the mortuary, Kakamega mortuary. I took my kid to the Kakamega mortuary, and I told that guy from Kakamega mortuary, please preserve her for me. She was somebody I had prepared to receive for 8 months. But her journey has been cut short to 6 months. After receiving her, she doesn't want to live anymore. Please preserve her for me, I'll come for her. So I took her there, wakamweka kwa fridge, and I was to go and look for a place where I will come and bury her. And also I went to seek how Becky was doing, to try to talk with her parents so that they can allow Becky stay with them as I'm struggling with the kid. So during this process, Becky was discharged from the hospital, and I was to find a way. I had some little money. I had to book a lodging. I booked that lodging for Becky to go and start staying there. But the medication she had been given, the kind of medication she was to be received, it was only necessary in a private hospital which was near, called JED, who had the services. So they were the only one where she was to be treated because it was near the lodging. And they were charging 5,000 per night. I afforded the money. The bad thing, I'm speaking this with bitterness in me, Becky's parents rejected it to stand up with me, to help me. They refused. No one accepted to help me with that luggage. There's this woman called Mary Ahwale. Whenever you are, you shall never lack. Mary Ahwale is my grandmother's sister. This woman, she really helped me. Yeah, she helped me a lot. At this time, I was to look for another place to go and live, because where I used to think it was home, things had changed. Everything had changed completely, and I was to vacate with an immediate effect. I was chased with all my belongings. I packed them on my motorbike and left. With the little balance I had left with from the capital of gold, I had to go and look for a house in Chavakali. So I got a house. It was 2,000, I think, per month. I paid for. Then at this moment I'm looking for a house. I've been chased from home. I can't call it home because it was not our home. It was a place where my dad was buried. I don't know what happened with our shamba and so on. My kid was still in the mortuary. I really struggled a lot because her spirits were haunting me down, were asking me, like every time when I go to sleep, I used to hear sounds like, Daddy, something like, why have you left me? Something like an image of a kid crying in the house. And it really haunted me deep. And I talked to that sister of my grandmother called Mary Ahwale, and she told me, Clinton, don't worry, God is going to be with you. So this one morning I woke up. I had called Becky because I begged her aunt to take her because I had no more. The money that I was paying for the lodging had finished. So the auntie took her aunt. I called her and I told Becky, I'm going to bury the kid. Becky told me it's okay. Where are you going to bury her? I told her that I'm going to bury the kid Makaburini, in the graveyards. At the same time, when I reached at the mortuary, I had to pay some bills for me to go and bury, for me to be given that kid. And I was told that where you're going to bury this kid, you are going to pay for the place 24,000. And I did not have the money. This woman called Mary Ahwale helped me, helped me in thinking for a solution very fast. She made some calls here and there. She helped me to get some little money, though the money was not enough for us to pay the morgue plus where I was going to bury the kid. I was joined by a friend of mine from Bushangala Technical. I don't know his name. I've forgotten a little. So during the burial of my daughter, we went 3 people. Me, that friend of mine, and that sister to my grandmother called Mary Ahwale. At this time, we were to take the kid from the morgue with no coffin, no clothes, no anything. And I was alone. Okay, personally from Chavakali I was alone, dressed in a jeans and a t-shirt, full of stress, shaggy sort of a thing. And I was like, wow, I'm going to bury my daughter. What next? So I went. When I reached at the mortuary, that man called me and told me, Clinton, I'm seeing that you have a lot of stress and the kid has stayed here for 3 weeks. We can help you with a solution. You can give us some money and we can dispose this kid for you. I know you wanted to show her your all respect. I know you wanted to treat her the best, but your financial status are not allowing you. So what you can do you have 14,000 shillings? You can give us, then we can go to dispose the kid for you. But previously, my grandmother, my own grandmother, my maternal grandmother used to tell me, chukua huyo mtoto, take that kid, put in a box, throw it in the river. I really rejected that. So it was hard seeing that my Becky never attended that burial. We never did any burial for that kid. Like, never attended the burial of your own daughter. She was just buried like that. You don't know where she was buried. It was quite hard for me to bear. It was very hard and painful because, you know, when you have somewhere you can call home, you need to be so grateful. When you have someone you can call mom, thank God for it. When you have somebody you can call papa or daddy, you should really, really thank God for it. Having living on this world and you have never tasted the sweetness of having a home or having a place you can call home, it is so painful. I know many people, you have homes, many people you have places you can call home. When trouble gets you in town, there are places you can run for to hide, like home. But on my scenario, I don't know what a home is. I've never been a place called home, our own home, a home whereby I'm very comfortable, I'm not facing any frustration. No one is telling me you are just living here because we buried your father here, you're just living here to pass time so that you can look for your own place. I have never tasted that ever since I was a kid. And I have this dream that I've been chasing for so long. I've been chasing, trying, struggling very hard, and you can affirm that, you guys, you are watching this video, you can affirm that the way I put more efforts on Shim's media here, on the TikToks, on the social media, I'm really struggling. The main reason for my struggle is to get money and buy a place I can call home. Just to get money, buy somewhere, upload, even if it is a point, and even build a single room, a single house, and try to bring my father's family back. Try to call my sister, try to call my stepmother, to call them back, because what I know very sure, where they are, they're starving. They're starving. Of course I get some money, but the money I get, I pay for bills, I pay for rent. Like right now, I came to Mombasa to struggle, at least get some money. And here in Mombasa, I pay rent. Where I took my properties, like when I was just from home, where I kept my luggages, I also pay rent. So you see, I get some little money, and the little money I get, it goes to bills. I pay rent here, I pay rent here. I have to pay for a lot of things. But I know maybe one day God will grant me some well wishers, some people who can also help me. Let me just say it without fear. If anybody can say that, Clinton, I want to help you secure a place, I want to help you, I want to contribute some money for you, we want to contribute for you money so that you can go get a place, I can't reject. I can't reject. It can be a very, very, very great thing, because I'll have a place called home. I'll have a place where I'll be coming to town to look for money. I go develop the place. I develop it so that my kids will not face what I faced. I can at least to go and get the bones of my daughter, from the grave side. I can get that man who went to bury my daughter. I can go there, get her bones, come lay them on my land. At least her flesh can be, her spirit can be very comfortable and safe to be where her dad is. I know many people will comment a lot of things, but guys, everything you have been seeing me doing on social media, it has been a way of me surviving. It has been a way of me surviving. I've been doing what I've been doing because if I couldn't have done that you people know me for, I couldn't survive. I could have died. I could have died. I faced rejection. I faced a lot of trauma. I've been undergoing trauma for sure, because every time I think of my daughter, that thing, it kills my mind. It destroys me. It destroys me. When you see it, like, you realize that you don't have some people to talk to share your story with. That thing kills you slowly. It kills you slowly. And people might not know if you can't share your story. Like, someone can call you and talk to you, advise you. Someone can nina haja na wewe kila saa, uniachi Mwokozi, mwana wako. Yeah, that's my story. That's my story, guys. So you can call me, talk to me. You can call me if you feel like there's something you want to share with me. You can call me. My number is 0706 2199 0706 05 2199. I'll repeat it for the last time. My number is +254 06 05 2199. 0706 05 2199. You can call me, talk to me. Maybe you have an advice to give me. Maybe you want to stand with me, at least secure some little money. I go start developing a place. Yeah, I can't reject help. I can't reject help for sure. I can't reject help. I do need help for sure. Yeah, I need help. So guys, thank you for listening to my story. Thank you so much, and God bless you.